Welcome to the channel, guys. My name is Jess. So Bitcoin has just had a daily candle close above an 8-month-long downtrend. Is this the start of a parabolic move upwards? And what is the potential for a small correction before the big rally begins? Let's dive into the charts today to talk about the recent daily candle close, the recent price action, and what it means for the future of Bitcoin. Before we get into all that though, make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe to the channel to get regular Bitcoin analysis every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. If you're after more content, be sure to check out my free Telegram channel. And if you're after my VIP channel, you can get more details over here. VIP gives you exclusive access to my personal trading setups with exact entry points, targets, and stop losses. Alrighty guys, so diving right into the daily chart here, let's go ahead and talk about the most recent daily candle close. So in case you guys missed it or you just haven't been around for the recent price action, for the last nearly 8-month period, Bitcoin has been traveling sideways and downwards in a massive descending channel formation, or potentially even a bull flag pattern, right? Because we entered in from the bottom side up. Now, this bull flag pattern has been exceptionally important throughout the last 8 months of price action, particularly the latter half of the last 8 months, because as we consolidated for such an extended period of time, Bitcoin had started to invalidate a lot of high time frame historically important levels. For example, over here we fell below our bull market uptrend. Over here we saw a massive liquidation event as well. Over here we fell below the 3-day Gaussian channel. Both things we don't usually see in a bull run, right? So things were generally starting to look very, very concerning. However, what we continued to hold throughout this entire period of chop and volatility was our descending channel structure. It was one of the most final remaining bullish structures that we had left, keeping, I guess, the potentially macro bullish narrative together. And for the last 8 months, what we've been essentially waiting for is a break of this upper descending trend line over here to signal that this period of consolidation is finally over and Bitcoin has the potential then to experience the parabolic rally that we have been waiting for ever since the halving event, right? Especially considering the fact that interest rates have flipped over now and finally seeing a drop in interest rates. So the cost of debt is becoming cheaper. We're expecting that rally that is, has been due to happen for months now. So let's go ahead and talk about, first of all, the bullish implications of this, our targets, and then also the potential for a short time frame correction. Before we get into the rest of the video, guys, let's hear a quick word from our sponsor, BitUnex. We can get 15% off all of your trading fees and up to $5,500 in sign-up rewards when you create your free account using the link down in my description box. BitUnex is an emerging cryptocurrency exchange committed to providing you with a secure, convenient, and highly functional trading and investment platform. Available across all countries as a non-KYC exchange, get global access to over 150 trading pairs with minimal fees on both spot and futures contracts. Join today to get $5,500 in sign-up rewards and get 15% off all of your trading fees by signing up using the link in my bio or by using the code 1GG3 when you create your account. So starting off our analysis on the high time frame, let's talk about the bullish implications of this most recent breakout. So obviously, right, breaking out of this structure is naturally super, super bullish. If we talk about the measured move alone, we know that if we apply the height of the channel to the breakout point here at $68,000, that takes us all the way up to 84K, right? So based off the structural pattern alone, this breakout should lead to nearly a 24% rally and a new all-time high for Bitcoin. However, the problem with the recent close is while we have structural validation for a bullish continuation, we need horizontal levels as well, our horizontal trigger points that are going to tell us that immediately following this breakout, we can expect a bullish rally. So when I talk about horizontal levels, the very first level that we can see, and I hope you guys can see it too, is over here on the daily chart, right? This next key level of resistance that we have here, ranging from $68,300 to $72,000, our strong high here on the daily chart. So if we take a look at our most recent daily candle close, we can see that while we broke out of that upper trend line and, we've exhibited more strength here than we have in the last 8-month period, we still didn't manage to break into that liquidity zone. And that is where the problem kind of lies and the possibility for a short time frame correction arises, because while we've cleared above structural resistance, we still have horizontal trigger levels that we need to clear. So in breaking above this lower level of resistance here at 68,300 and closing into this liquidity zone, we can then expect a move into retest that strong high, and upon breaking above this on a daily time frame, clearing above $73,000 being the all-time high for Bitcoin here, we can then expect a higher time frame bullish continuation to fulfill the measured move. We will not be able to expect that though until we clear these horizontal levels. Moving over onto the 3-day time frame, we can see that we have another level of resistance represented here by the Gaussian channel on the 3-day time frame. So within that level of resistance that we have here on the daily chart at $69,000, we have the upper level of our Gaussian channel here, which has historically been exceptionally important in determining the macro trajectory of Bitcoin. If we take a look at the past price action, historically, breaking above the Gaussian channel has led to anywhere above a 37% rally in the price of Bitcoin. We can see earlier on this year, breaking above the Gaussian channel signaled, the start of, the bull run, and we rallied 145% to $73,000. Over here, prior to that, when we were still within that kind of accumulation phase, we rallied 46%, breaking above the Gaussian channel. Back here, 37%. In the prior bull run, 574, and so on and so forth. So the Gaussian channel represents a massive level of significance, and it ends at $69,000. And the weekly candle, the 3-day candle close, so this one is in 2 days. So within the next 2 days, if Bitcoin manages to move into this liquidity zone and retest that strong high over here, and in turn breaking above the 3-day Gaussian channel over here, that suggests a very high potential after clearing the structural pattern and the base of that horizontal level in getting a full-on bullish continuation and pushing us past the strong high above $73,000 and into that price discovery segment of price action. But before we get carried away, we need to talk about the short time frame charts then, because while we are below these levels of resistance, below the Gaussian channel, well, not the Gaussian channel, but below the upper level of the Gaussian channel and below this liquidity zone here, we still have a potential for a correction. So let's talk about that. What is the potential correction going to look like, and to what extent can we see a correction before the price action flips quite bearish once again? So heading over onto the hourly chart then, we can see that for the past 5 days, Bitcoin has been traveling in an uptrend, right? This is our weekly uptrend. And so while we continue to validate the uptrend, forming these higher lows over here, as well as higher highs here on the charts, we can expect that the trend is your friend until it ends. So we're going to continue on in that short time frame bullish trajectory, leading into a break of our, daily chart resistance here and moving into this liquidity zone, right? If we zoom in a little bit further onto the 15-minute chart as well, we can see that just above that uptrend, we're also consolidating in a very, very short time frame ascending channel formation. So once again, it kind of validates the uptrend, because taking that in ascending channel formation is generally a little bit bearish. If we take that to the breakdown point, let's just say it's somewhere along that trend line, falling below horizontal support as well, falling below a structure, the measured move of that ascending channel is simply to go on to retest our uptrend. So as long as we hold the uptrend, the overall trajectory on both the short time frame is bullish, and it is likely then that we will push into that level of resistance and continue on in that high time frame bullish trajectory as well. In the circumstance that we go on to lose our weekly uptrend in a short time frame correction, however, things do not look truly bearish until we lose this level of support down here at $66,000. Now, the reason for that is because of its significance in the past, right? When we were in this sort of, period of consolidation here on the short time frame between 59 to 64,000, it wasn't until breaking above this, range resistance of our prior downtrend here at $66,000 that we were able to facilitate a bullish continuation to retest the range high of our macro structure. So if we lose our uptrend and we move below 66,700, this lower level of support here, and move to fill the gap at 66, fall below 66, that is when the whole narrative flips back to being bearish, right? Because essentially what we've done is negated the rally. This entire level of support that has facilitated the move upwards has been negated. We flipped back below it. It was unable to be sustained, and the resistance that we faced over here in approaching these levels of resistance just above the channel were stronger than the strength that we've seen rallied across the last week period, therefore suppressing the price and flipping the narrative back down. Until then, the trend is your friend until it ends, and I am expecting a degree of bullish continuation on the high time frame while we continue to fulfill that trend line. Alrighty guys, that is all the analysis that I have for you today. If you enjoyed the video or you learned something, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're after even more content, be sure to check out my free Telegram for daily updates as well as crypto and economic news. And if you're interested in my VIP channel, you can get more details over here. VIP gives you exclusive access to my personal trading setups with exact entry points, targets, and stop losses. And if you are a trader, don't forget to sign up down below to BitUnex to get 15% off all of your trading fees. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!